Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your August 2022 reading. So I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the King of Wands. So right away, the King of Wands, we're talking about your fire, we're talking about your energy, your I'm gonna go for that kind of thing. And it can be entrepreneurial side, just that go-getter kind of thing. So of course that means that this aspect of you, the fearless aspect of you, is going to be very relevant this month. Of course, we're in Leo season. I'm reading in Lion's Gate, so this is not surprising that this month your fiery aspect will be kind of, on point. What things will revolve on. So the second card is the Four of Swords. So as much as the King of Wands' natural aspect is very fiery, go-getter, in action and all of that, the Four of Swords, did I say Four of Wands? I mean Four of Swords. The Four of Swords here is more of a stagnant energy. It is in reverse, so that means there's this, I'm getting out of a period where maybe I was more within myself, trying to understand how I got hurt, why my sorrows, my disappointments, where they come from, and so on. So that kind of meditative, self-reflective state of being. And then the other card is the Eight of Swords, and there again in reverse. So coming out of a mental prison, in a way. The Eight of Swords is the yes but and so on. So probably when it came to, yes, this is what I desire, I'm going to go for it, and why not? There's here the mental in your life probably created kind of a lot of setbacks, a lot of yes, but I don't dare because of, and because I was hurt in the past and I don't want this to happen again. And so, kind of really stopping the movement of the King of Wands. But that's about to change. Under the King of Wands, we have the World. So that right away, the way you used to bring your fire, bring your willpower out there, the lesson is learned. There's nothing more to learn from it. It will not give more than what it has given until now. So that's why there's this transformation happening. And then under, I have the Star and Strength. So of course, in order for, let's say that this period of your life to really stop, one will need to, the Star, of course, it's Aquarius, but it's the principle of releasing the emotional charge behind our traumas, our wounds, and things like that. Because as long as we're holding on to it, we cannot receive higher vibrations. Because all of our cells that have, like 75% of water in it, has the imprint of our wounds in it. So it has a hard time vibrating higher or differently, or even receiving, being able to be the receptacle of a higher vibration. So that's why the Star is here. And that's why we have Strength also. Because although we understand that this was part of how we reacted towards life, whatever has happened was part of our mechanics, we need to have the strength to rise above it. So it's one thing to graduate, then we gotta get out of high school. So I say graduation because of the world card. I finish my cycle, but that doesn't magically lead me to the next cycle. I actually have to release it in order to embrace the new. Under the Four of Swords, I have the Five of Pentacles. And again, the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. And we also have the Four of Cups. So Four of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Four of Cups. Right away, this is like the recipe to keep ourselves guarded in protection and fearing living, fearing fire, fearing willpower, whether it is other people's willpower or even our own. A lot of censorship here because we have a hard time believing that there might be better or more out there. And we've lived unfairness, abandonment, sacrifice in every different ways that sacrifice can be. Sacrificing ourselves, being sacrificed, feeling not enough, and so on. Five of Pentacles. So right away, these aspects are kind of going to come to your mind this month. But they're coming up to the surface so you can address them, so that you can release them. Under the Eight of Swords, here we have, because clarity is going to come, we have Ace of Sword with the Page of Sword. Oh my God, I see it now. So that the beliefs from those past experiences does not create a prison. You're going to get the understanding, and I would say it's more of the spiritual understanding about here, Knight of Cups, about what it is to fill our cup with higher water, and then we're not afraid of lacking anymore because we are in a direct flow. So it's not who thinks I have worth and value and would love me. It is I am love. I am value. And I will give my overflow. To whom can receive it? To whom can perceive it? To whom can feel it? So, but with nothing, expecting nothing in return, because it's your overflow. And under that I have the Nine of Wands, with actually that opening ourselves up of, you know what, I've got 9 wands of experience, but I'm willing to go out there. Instead of, I've got 9 wands of pains and hurts, and I'm afraid of what can come from out there. So, bottom of the deck, I have the Empress. So this is really about the feminine aspect of what you've allowed until now, when it came to unconditional love and abundance, support, you know, your perception, what you've attracted, and so on. She's not afraid, because she has as much, she would never abandon herself. She would never, you know, censor herself. She would never, she loves herself unconditionally. She doesn't have to fit conditions in order to receive love. That's the Empress. She's connected to the invisible. She's the portal, the connection with the divine. So, and that we all have an Empress within ourselves, like we have an emperor. How we act and in an empiric way on our lives. Okay, let's clarify this for you, Aquarius. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aquarius for the month of August 2022. Okay, one more time. Okay, let's look at the King of Wands. The King of Wands could have been, hindered for a very long time. Yeah, see, the card that comes out is the Devil. Very karmic. So, and here is a new wand for you with the Pope. That means a new way to bring your fire that is in accordance with your morality, integrity, discernment, divine consciousness. That's why you have the High Priestess there. High Priestess, High Priest. Here, the Devil and the King of Wands, this is addressing a lot on people that suffered from unmastered King of Wands. Like maybe you had people impose their willpowers or hurt you in any way with their willpower. Either because they imposed it or they retracted it, like complete abandonment, because it got distorted at one point. And this is what it's finished. This is what is finished, so that you can let this Ace of Wands come into your life. Your own King of Wands will be redefined. And that is beautiful. It would be like a beautiful healing, this. A spiritual healing of your King of Wands. Let's look at that Four of Swords. Ooh, okay. So, again, the Ace of Wands, and here is the Pope. And here is the Five of Cups in reverse, because I think you are releasing. King of Cups. You're, like this emotional intelligence here from your masculine is actually releasing the old sadnesses, because you're going to apply your discernment, Pope, on the situation. So instead of just remaining in your head about it, you're actually going to release the sadness, the grieving that came from that. Eight of Swords. It's also linked to, and here is the Six of Wands and the World. Now you acknowledge yourself. See, the Six of Wands, it's the wands, the fires that arrived into the heart chakra, where we don't need to be on the defensive, we're not conflicted, we don't have to prove anything anymore. It is done, the world. And if you look at here, you have the laurel crown on the wand, on the head of the character. He understands the lesson, and now the universe, the other ones, will be reflecting the same thing. So instead of being in our head and creating a prison, like maybe I would like to be desired and desire, but I'm afraid of it. Now it's like, okay, I've got this new way of bringing my desire, receiving other people's desire, and it doesn't have to be just in romantic relationships. It can be, you need that in business. Fear of success is actually very linked to that. Fear of being seen and being wanted and being desired for what you bring, for what you do, for who you are. This is all part of it. So there could have been before a part of you that would be like, yeah, I want to put myself out there, but I'm actually afraid to be seen, to be chosen. Because in the past, that brought so much pain and hurt that I preferred to stay cooped up in my prison. But that's it. It's done now. The world. We have the world and the world. So let's look here. The world. Yeah. We have the 10 of Swords, and I'm not surprised because, you know, like 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords. And here we have the Emperor, very linked to the King of Wands here. And I think a lot of you are dealing with father figures, the masculine per se, on how he managed his empire. And for sure there was a misuse of the wands. In any way it happened. And here I have you, Aquarius. It was reversed here because I think you're still in the process of right now not slowly releasing it and realigning yourself with the faith of the faith in mankind. And when I say that, I mean men and women, because how we act out there is our masculine side. So we all have the Emperor and the Empress within ourselves. Let's look at the Star and Strength. Queen of Wands. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. And here I have the Empress again. So it's everything that has to do with fire. So here, the law of attraction, what I desire and what I want, to kind of come in peace with wanting, desiring, going, have the courage to go for what we want, and vice versa. All the dealing with this, with fire, with solar plexus, with expressing myself out there, putting myself out there. Let's look at the 5 of Pentacles here. So, sadness of the 5 of Pentacles, for sure it left you with a feeling of not being enough and all of that. And you probably, here I have the 5 of Swords in reverse, you probably, you really cut your own legs with that belief. Okay? And here I have the 4 of Wands. And that is the information that the Pope is giving. That yes, fire passion can be upright, can be a portal, can be, because, you know, this is a bit of the 11-11. But this is when there's nothing hidden. You're not going to be hurt or killed if somebody comes and wants to celebrate with you, wants to be happy with you. They're not trying to screw you. They're not trying to, you know, of course that doesn't mean that there aren't any assholes out there. But when we're carrying our wounds, we seem to just attract that and see that. And I think this month you're going to actually liberate yourself from that. 4 of Cups. You're going to see that, yes, you're going to be ready. Here is Sagittarius. That's the big healing. Emotional healing, so that you can Be ready to put your foot out there again so that you can, continue your growth. Get out of your comfort zone. Here, maybe start a new cycle. Let's look at that Ace of Swords with the High Priestess. For sure, you're going to understand and see this. I would suggest that you watch this at the end of the month. Because since the clarity comes at the end of the month, this is going to take a much more poignant description for you. Let's look at that Ace of Swords. And here is the High Priestess again. And here is the Nine of Cups. People can come and just share their joy and their happiness with you. There's a big soul lesson here. And it is so that you can allow yourself to be happy. Let's look at to process these old emotions and really feel peace, serenity within yourself. Again, I stop on the Empress. The Empress is a state of being. I am love. It's not that, am I loved? Do people love me? And things like that. Am I worthy of it? Can I trust it? Do I really want it? I am it. It passes through me like the air I breathe. That's the Empress. Same with abundance. Abundance is just a flow. I'm not afraid of it, and I'm not like searching for it. It's a flow for the Empress. She's Venus. So it's really your connection with your own divine feminine that has probably been extremely wounded by, King of Wands and the Devil right here, and maybe overly protected. But she can be out there now because she knows what she would never accept. She can release. She doesn't have to be so protected. It's almost like you're going to free yourself from an extra protection here. And Eight of Cups, this is good because from the 4, at the end of the month, you're going to be like, you know what? There's more out there. And I'm actually going to go for it. I won't be afraid of it. And you see under that I have the High Priestess. That was your soul lesson. And here is the 10 of Pentacles. Because it's the end of a cycle that was maybe passed down to you from family. That's possible. And you were really holding on to this. But here, High Priestess is like, okay, leave your baggage behind. And let's start bringing our fire completely differently. So, yeah. It's a new fire. All right. And here is Mr. Black Buddy just at the end. So, on this, my beautiful Aquarius, I am sending you all my love and light. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you would like a private reading, there's a description below in the plus section. There's email, you write to me, I write to you back. I would never put my phone number in the comment section. If you see this, it's not me, okay? It's like a scam. It's been happening. So I'm just warning you. Thank you also for the ones of you who gave donations. Of course, on the new moons, I always do a ceremony to give you back. And on this, my beautiful Aquariuses, have an amazing month of August. All my love and light, and I'll see you next month.